All right, welcome back. We're going to do lesson 3, the circuit playground, level 10. But before we get there, I just want to show you what yours should look like. And so I went ahead and coded it, but I'm hiding the code that I added, so you can't just copy paste it. But when we press run, we should see happy. So you can see that the pet should stare at you without blinking. So the red LED light is solid and it made a mid-pitch squeal, which you may or may not have heard. Next, for the nervous button, if I click on that, all right, the pet should blink quickly and make a short high-pitched squeal, which you should be able to hear. And we can see that it's blinking quickly. And then when you press the sleepy button, the pet should close its eye and make a long, low growl. So the LED light should turn off, and then you should hear a long, low uh, buzz, but you may not hear it because the mic may not pick it up. But it is there. All right. So when you've got all that coded, you're good to go. We're going to click on the orange finish button, and let's go check out level 10. Okay. So level 10, you are going to be doing the A, B, and C for sure. You're absolutely going to do A, B, and C. And then for D, E, and F, you get to decide on one of them. All right, you're going to do one of them, and that is what I'm going to be looking for. So let's start with A. So animal sounds. So add code so that when you click on each animal, it makes a unique sound. All right. This is what you start with. Use different frequencies and durations to differentiate each animal. So we have a bat, a mouse, a cow, a bear, and a duck. All right. Our code commenting says add code so that when you click each animal, it makes a unique sound. Use different frequencies and durations to differentiate each animal. So we're going to start with on event. And so our IDs are bat image, bear image, cow image, duck image, mouse image. So these are the buttons that we're going to click on in order to make the sound. So we're going to start with the bat image. And we're going to start with, okay, so we're going to be using sounds for this. Bats make pretty high pitched squeals. So we're going to start with 900 and 100. And then we're going to go on to our next. All right. And our next one is going to be the bear. All right. So buzzer frequency, bear, they make low growls. So let's go 200 and we're gonna go up to 400 for this. All right. Next button, I'm gonna go on event. Okay. So what's our next ID? It is our cow. All right. So for our cow, we're going to do well, let's do 300 and we're going to do 500. The low, long moo, right? All right. Next, we've got, what do we have left? We have our duck and our mouse. Okay, so duck is kind of like a mid-range. So let's do 500 and quack quack. Let's do 200. All right. So that's not, so we're still keeping everything different, just like it's asking us to do. And then last but not least, we need to add our mouse. Okay. So for our mouse, we've got to change the ID. And then let's see, kind of it's closer to the bat, I think. So 900. Let's make you 800 and let's make you um let's see. 100, 200. Well, I guess we gotta do 300. Although, actually, I'm gonna do 150 because I can, and it does follow the instructions. Use different frequencies and durations. So 150 is not being used. All right, so let's run. Let's see what happens. You guys probably heard that. All right, and then mouse. All right, cow and bear and duck. Okay. So all of the buttons work. We're going to click on the orange finish button and go back to level 10. All right, so hidden objects, B. We're going to click on that. And I'm going to start over. Okay, so this is what you start with. This app, okay, so it's the secret images. This app has several images embedded on the screen. Choose one of them to be your secret image, then add code so that when the user mouses over the image, the LED will light up. This app mimics an I Spy children's app. Do this. Choose one of the food images to be your secret image. Choose the existing on event as an example. Add a new on event that detects when the user moves their mouse over your secret image. Inside the on event, add code so the red LED lights up. Run your code. You should be able to move the mouse around the screen, and the LED will light up only when it hovers over your secret image. Oh, this is fun. Okay, so we're going to pick a secret image. And I don't know what secret goes to what because I didn't look at the screen, so I'm going to say 4. All right, so this will be I Spy for all of us. And we're going to make the... All right, so it says on event background image, mouse over LED off. So when I mouse over any of the backgrounds, the LED will go off. When I mouse over, so I need to go from click to mouse over, there we go. Secret number 4, whichever one that is, then the LED will turn on. All right, let's give that a try. So we're going to click on run. All right, so I spy a secret. Let's see, gonna go to the apple. Nope, that's not it. Gonna go to the bread. Nope, that's not it. Avocado. Nope, that's not it. Hamburger. No. Oh, there it is. So when I mouse over the popcorn, popcorn must be secret number 4. You can see on the circuit board that it is turning red. Okay, so good. We did it. That works. We're going to click the orange finish button and move on to the next activity. So random numbers, C, here we go. All right, I'm going to reset the version history. All right, so this one is going to be a little more thinking, which I love. All right, so random buzzer. Create an app with a single button. When the user presses the button, the buzzer will play a random frequency for a random amount of time. This app requires you to use the random number block. Do this in design mode. So we're going to go, here's code, here's design. We're going to click on design mode. In design mode, drag out a button element and give it a descriptive ID. So there's a button. All right, and we're going to give it a descriptive ID. So we're going to say random button. Now, you'll notice that the first letter is lowercase and the second word has an uppercase letter. This is programming hack or tip or trick, and what it means is that this is called camel case. So camel case is how most programmers write in code, and so your first letter is lowercase, your second word, the first letter of the second word is uppercase, and that way you can keep everything together without spaces, but you can still differentiate when there's a new word. All right, so we have random button as our ID. So now we're going to go back to code. So I'm going to click on the code button up here and add an on event block for when the user clicks on the button. All right, so on event, click on that. We're going to change the ID to random button, which is what I called the button, and use the random number block inside the buzzer frequency block to play a random frequency for a random duration. All right, so let's put the buzzer frequency in. All right, good. And then instead of 501,000 or 100, we're going to do random number here and random number here. All right, I'm going to make this smaller so you can see it. Okay. So our smallest duration, let's say, is 100. No, our frequency, sorry, we're on frequency right now. So 100 to 999, anywhere in there. All right. And then this is our duration. So we're going to go from 100 to Let's go 1500. So it'll either be 1/10 of a second or a second and a half. Anywhere in there. We have no idea. All right. So let's see what happens. We're going to click on run. We're going to click the button. All right. And again. And again. So every time I click it, it's a different length of time and it's a different frequency. So that means that it's a different pitch. I love this. All right. So this works. We did all of this in 3 lines of code, which is amazing. So let's click the orange finish button and move on to the final part, which is the challenge. And so what you're going to do is you're going to pick one of these three. You can pick educational app, you can pick medical app, you can pick musical app. I picked educational app because, teacher. But what you're going to do is when you click on it, you are going to start with a blank screen. So you're going to start with a blank screen. You're going to start with a blank code. And this might be overwhelming, but it doesn't need to be. You just got to breathe. You got to take your time. You got to plan ahead for what you're trying to do. And so for the education app, if that's the one you want to do, again, you can do any of the three. Create an app that uses the buzzer or LED that could be used in an educational setting. For example, your app could ask the user to solve a problem or answer a question and then buzz or blink if they get it correct or incorrect. You may not be able to create the perfect app yet, but you can develop a prototype which shows the general idea of the app and some of the basic features behind how it could work. So, a prototype, remember, is like a rough draft, it's like a sketch. So it doesn't have to be polished and finished and perfect. It just needs to, kind of convey what you're trying to do. All right. So I went through and I did this. I spent about 45 minutes? Yep, I spent about 45 minutes on this. And so I'm going to show you what mine ended up being. All right, so how much do you know about HMS, which is the school that I teach at? So Humphreys Middle School, home of the Phoenix. And so my code's over here. And let's take the quiz. So who teaches applied technology? And there's 4 teachers. One of these answers is correct. Let's try Dr. Sierra. Oh, and you couldn't hear it, but it was a no. Miss Nunez? Correct. I teach applied tech. All right, who is the principal of HMS? So we have Mr. Struess, Miss Pilon, Mr. Washburn, Miss Cho. Let's try Mr. Struess. Oh, okay, that was correct. All right. What grade does Mr. Carr teach? Mr. Carr is a fabulous science teacher that we love and adore. And so does he teach 5th grade? Nope. Does he teach 7th grade? Nope. Does he teach 8th grade? Nope. What about 6th grade? Yep. All right. And so prototype. It went through the 3 levels. I definitely wanted to add more. Did I have time? Nope. But it gives a basic idea that I know how to use the buzzer frequency buttons and I know how to use the LED pulse buttons. And that's the point. So again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be ready to put on Apple Store or, Google Store or any of that kind of stuff. But I want to see you make a prototype of an app that uses the buzzer and the LED lights. All right. And so when you're done and you've got the app that you're happy with, you're going to click the orange finish button and it'll bring you back here. Again, you don't have to do educational app. You could do the medical app or the musical app, but you need to do one of them. And when you're done with that, you're going to click on the orange finish button here and the fabulous, there we go, the pop-up comes up. You finished lesson 3. Check in with your teacher for the next activity. So we're done. Excellent job. And I will see you for lesson 4. All right, here we go.